Hello, I'm Kristen Lee. It was the weekend before Halloween, and it's the perfect weekend to watch some Halloween type movies. Uh, I've watched 6 new to me movies, not specifically new, but new to me. And then I have 2 that I'm going to watch this weekend. So, in no order. I did watch Terrifier and Terrifier 2, and I like Art the Clown. I'm surprised that I do. I was a little shocked with some of the scenes in it. But I liked Terrifier 1 over Terrifier 2. What I will say about Terrifier 1 is I would never go into that place to go pee. I can't say I would never be at a pizza place trying to, not be drunk anymore or anything like that before I got in a car. Can't say I've never done that. I can't say that I've ever gone back to a car and it either be towed or have the tire slash or have a boot on the car, because those things have happened. However, I would totally try and find a cup or something if I had to pee that bad. So, yeah, I like Terrifier 1. I really don't want to give it away because it's like a cult classic kind of thing. It's very, very gory. If you do not like gore, do not watch any of the Terrifier movies. In fact, the 3rd one that's in theaters, a friend of mine sent a picture to our little group text, and she was like, look at the disclaimer, before you even go in. And I was like, oh my gosh, But I heard some of the scenes in the 3rd one are morally not okay. Well, not okay, but you know what I mean? Like, that line is there, and if it hits your line, it's gonna bother you. So, Terrifier 2, I kind of got bored. I felt like they had more of a budget, and they were trying to go over the top and have more time, where the first one, like, the weird started right off the bat, and then the gore started pretty much 20 minutes into the movie, where the second one, it had it, but it just, I don't know, it didn't hit the same for me. And like the ghost little girl, I didn't understand that. And then I was waiting for the woman that's revealed in the first one. I was waiting for her to make a return the entire movie, because they reference the night of the first one. So I'm waiting for her to be in the second one, and it's in the end credits. So I don't know. I didn't like it as much. The pacing was just really, I don't know. It wasn't. I went from the first one where I was like, oh my God, to the second one where I'm like, I'm falling asleep. This is bad. So I watched that. I also watched Abigail. That is a fantastic vampire movie. It starts off as like a heist kind of thing. This group of people kidnap this little girl, and they're thinking that it's for some money and that they're going to hold her for ransom, and she's a vampire, and shenanigans happen, and it was awesome. So I really liked that. I watched the new Haunted Mansion. I liked it. It dragged a lot. I love the scene where the ghosts are dancing. So I waited pretty much the entire movie for that part. But I don't know, like, I liked it. I don't know why my brain did not realize that it was in New Orleans. Had no idea. I don't know why I didn't know that. The cast was great. I can see why it didn't make the money that they thought it was going to make. And I can see why people waited until it was streaming. Because it's a really well done movie, even though it drags towards the end. But it just, if you don't know anything about the Haunted Mansion, for the hype that they were trying to do when they were promoting it. But Jamie Lee Curtis as Madame Leota was really great. I love Danny DeVito in it. He was hilarious. And Owen Wilson was my favorite character. So if you haven't watched that yet, give it a try. I did like the fact that they took New Orleans culture as it is now and weaved it into the Haunted Mansion story. I'm trying to think of the other one that I watched. I watched Salem's Lot. I never watched the first one, and I haven't read the book, so I don't know. I liked the Nosferatu type vampire. I thought he was cool. But it was, I don't know, like, it was kind of like Stand By Me meets Lost Boys. Like, if I had a kid that was wanting to get into horror, it reminded me of Goosebumps, the Goosebumps show that we had as a kids, or Are You Afraid of the Dark? Those shows, it reminded me a lot of that. So it was okay. I'm trying to think of the other one. I just looked at the pictures. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. I remembered. I watched an angry black girl and her monster, and I really liked it. It made me cry, but Frankenstein retellings make me cry. But I thought it was beautifully done from where she is and just what she's had to go through and how she decided to make her monster. And you know, the thing that always upset me about all of the Dr. Frankensteins were they just were focused on bringing their monsters to life and never thinking of the consequences and what they would have to do to stop their creations, and just the heart-wrenching part of it. So I don't know, and the little girl, I love the little girl. I think her name was Jada. I might be wrong, but she cracked me up. And when I was talking to my friend that suggested it, she was like, she terrified me. I was like, I thought she was fantastic. She becomes friends with the little monster, kind of like in the original Frankenstein, you know, the little girl meets the monster at the well. Anyway, but it was a good watch, and that's on Shudder. I can't remember where everything was. I think the Terrifier movies are on Amazon and Peacock. Abigail, I'll link it down below. I can't remember where I watched them all. Anywho, but I can tell you where I'm going to be watching the 2 movies this weekend. I think they're both on Max. One is Maxxxine, and then the other one is Trap. Trap has been on my radar since I went to go see Deadpool and Wolverine, and it's MK Shalamalama, his newest movie. But it's about them trying to trap a serial killer at a pop concert, and I think it sounds interesting. I'm curious about it. And then Maxxxine is, I think the movie's about a adult entertainer, filmmaker, I think, or a sex worker. I'm not sure what she is. I do know that she is either a survivor of the Night Stalker. Now I'm just talking out of my butt. But anyway, it's set in the 70s, early 80s, and she survives a serial killer. And it looked really dark and something that I wanted to watch. I would have actually gone to the theater, but it didn't stay in my theater that long. So those are the two that I want to watch. There was something else coming out this week, and I can't remember. If I think of it, I'll let you know in a future video. Let me know if you watched any of these. What did you think? Did you rate them? Did you watch them with friends? Are you going to watch any of them? And yeah, I hope you're having a great day and a great week. I'll see you tomorrow.